Good morning, everyone. So, taking a look at the market, it looks like the market makers brought us right back into the range that we were earlier this week and last week. So, QQQ, big move down, broke some supports, sucked in a lot of bears, a lot of people that were thinking we're finally getting a move, finally getting a break of the range. And what do you know? Overnight, they brought it right back in the middle of the range. This market's been very tricky, and they do this type of thing a lot. You really got to be careful with it because people were probably getting bored because we were so choppy for weeks on end. And then finally, I think in part because of the Bank of Canada cutting rates, I think that had something to do with the move yesterday, although I'm not totally sure. It was also the bond yields that were just getting overextended. Nonetheless, people got bored. There was a little bit of news, and they finally gave us a move. They paid out nice yesterday. I had my biggest day yesterday in quite some time. And what do you know? Overnight, they brought it right back. So you got to be careful when they do things like that because they probably sucked a lot of people in, and now they burned a lot of people's puts and shorts that people held overnight. So I'm not too sure about today as of now. I would leaning slightly more towards that we open high and pull back just a little bit towards 490 or so, possibly kind of in the middle of where we closed and where we're opening. That's what I'm thinking as of now, but I don't have super high confidence at the moment. Tesla, I was talking about how I was bullish Tesla into earnings. Unfortunately, I didn't take it myself. I don't like to gamble on earnings because that's what I consider it as, a gamble. I did not think it was going to go this high. I initially thought it was just going to go towards the 50-day moving average, is around 228, as you could see over here. That was my target on earnings. Went a lot further. That's why I didn't chase it either, because it already surpassed my targets. I did not expect it to go this far, but I looked on the 3-month time frame, and pretty much 3 months ago to this day, it was the stock price was 246. So it's like they're bringing it right back to where it was 3 months ago. And I'm thinking that 246 might be some resistance today. The reason I thought that Tesla would be bullish going into earnings is mainly because of this high volume at the lows over here after the Robotaxi event seemed to suck in a lot of bears and shorts that were at the time, and then it went sideways for a while. It faked out right there, and they sucked in a lot of bears, and they all got burned. So when it's too heavily weighted to one side, tends to flip the other way. Everybody was thinking Tesla bearish earnings. I saw it on Twitter. Saw a lot of people talking about it, and what do you know? Market makers love to do whatever makes most people lose money. Looking at McDonald's, potentially more volatility in this name here today. Also cautious that they might just chop it around the 300 mark. I'm a little on the fence here of whether they're either going to chop it, dump it back down towards maybe 494, which was around the open price yesterday. If they do dump it, that's probably going to be the target area on a dump, or whether they were able to bust through yesterday's high at 301.60 and get a push towards the middle Bollinger Band and the daily red line, which might be around 305, 306. I would lean slightly more towards the pullback as of now towards 494. We'll see if I trade that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. NVIDIA, just not interested in this name. I don't really like the way it's moving. It's on an uptrend overall, but there's hasn't been that much volatility. So I'm just not interested in trading this name. I was thinking that maybe next month is going to be a red candle, but that's just forecasting right now. And as of now, I don't want to take that trade. Some of the airline stocks reported earnings this morning. I was gonna take a short on American Airlines Group pre-market, but I wasn't on my computer. It was on my phone, and it happened really fast that it pumped. And I was thinking to take a short on the pump because I saw it, and then just quickly flipped the other way, and that would have been a good short. And I don't know about whether there's any more opportunity on that or not. GDX looks like a daily bull flag here, potentially. Higher volume on that pullback, still holding that previous trend line of resistance as a support. And gold's looking good. I don't know if they're going to run it too hard today. It's already opening up a little bit. It looks like they've been chopping this around this week. You could see this week, 3 days in a row, it's kind of hovered around the same prices. So it looks like they're burning options. And for that reason, I'm cautious with this name. So it might not be this week. Maybe next week we'll get the move and break out of this range. But I still got my eyes on that name. And that's about it for now. So I'll see you guys on the live soon. Good luck today. Take it slow. Don't risk too much money. Be disciplined. Don't make trades solely because I made a trade. Okay. And always do your own due diligence. You rethink, do a little bit of your own analysis too. Okay. Don't fully rely on me because I make mistakes too. We all make mistakes sometimes. So I just do my best to show you what I'm looking at and explain things to you. And the Bitcoin, just lastly, definitely rebounded more than I thought it would. I thought it was going to rebound to 66.4K. It obviously surpassed that. On the high end, I was looking for 66.8. That's where I ended up taking a short around. I bought some SBIT, and then they pumped it more. They pulled it back. Oh my God, look where they brought it, right back into the range that it was the bulk of the last few weeks. And I thought, okay, forget it. Today's not the day. Yesterday was the day. I'll keep an eye on it for another potential play, but I don't feel like touching it today again as of now. I took a small loss on that short, and right now I'm all cash.